Cuando nos digan, ¿ya?
Ya.
Bueno, muy buenos días. Nos encontramos en esta reunión ministerial, informal, para tratar temas de especial relevancia en el marco europeo, en materia de impulso a toda la realidad económica que después de las diferentes crisis, pues evidentemente debemos abordar. En materia de autonomía estratégica abierta, también en materia de mercado interior y todas las líneas que tenemos que trabajar en los próximos meses en materia de financiación, en materia de reindustrialización, que es muy importante y que trataremos hoy y vamos a profundizar, y también las líneas que hemos abierto en materia con los fondos europeos en todo el marco industrial. Tenemos un desafío muy importante en Europa frente a digamos que avance en el contexto internacional. Europa tiene que salir más fuerte de todo este proceso y digamos que este encuentro de día de hoy es una avanzadilla al encuentro de octubre en el Consejo Informal de octubre, que estará presidido por el presidente del Gobierno, estará ahí, y del Consejo, evidentemente, de España, el presidente de España, de Pedro Sánchez, y donde abordaremos, digamos que de manera mucho más concreta, con los avances que hagamos en el día de hoy, todo lo relacionado con el nuevo marco que pretendemos articular, vertebrar en la presidencia europea. Por lo tanto, seguiremos trabajando, esperamos que sean unas jornadas productivas, positivas, donde nos ayude a impulsar el nuevo marco de gestión en la Unión Europea.
Sobre la propuesta de la Comisión de apoyar a la industria europea, la plataforma para las economías estratégicas, ¿cree que la propuesta de 10 millones de euros adicionales, cree que es suficiente para apoyar a la industria?
Bueno, puedo responder yo porque es parte de la propuesta de revisión del marco financiero plurianual que se ve en diversas formaciones del Consejo, no solo aquí, y como responsable un poco de ese dossier de manera horizontal. Le puedo confirmar que está en este momento bajo estudio en el grupo, está bajo estudio en el Coreper. Hay diversas posiciones de diversos estados, hay algunos que consideran que es insuficiente. Hay otros estados que consideran que, bueno, les hubiera gustado una propuesta más de fondo de soberanía, no necesariamente el STEP, pero como presidencia solo le puedo decir que intentaremos encontrar un consenso. Yo creo que hay un interés de todos los países por obtener una financiación suficiente para como ha dicho bien el ministro, la reindustrialización de Europa en este momento. Y le puedo anunciar que ese va a ser uno de los paneles de trabajo de hoy, precisamente, escuchar a todos los Estados miembros su posición en este dossier.
¿Para España le parece bien añadir más dinero?
Como presidencia no debemos fijar
posición.
posición en este momento. Debemos escuchar a todos, somos presidencia del Consejo y nuestra obligación es llegar a un consenso.
Sí, solamente una cosa, como bien comentaba el secretario de Estado, forma parte del bloque del marco financiero, del plurianual, pero en cualquier caso hoy también hablaremos de financiación, de instrumentos adicionales en materia de industria y de todas las opciones que se abren en este periodo de oportunidad para la Unión Europea. Por lo tanto, hablaremos mucho hoy de financiación y concretaremos aún más en el mes de octubre en Granada.
Ministro, yo quería preguntarle, buenos días, si cree que antes del final de este semestre de presidencia española del Consejo Europeo habrá formación de gobierno en nuestro país, y por otro lado, que le parece que Núñez Feijóo haya anunciado que quiere presentarse en la investidura cuando parece claro que no tiene los apoyos suficientes.
Bueno, yo creo que nos encontramos hoy en el día de hoy aquí para la reunión informal, ministerial, y son los temas que vamos a tratar como presidencia, en este caso del Consejo. Nos debemos que limitar exclusivamente a analizar los temas a tratar en el día de hoy. En cualquier caso, tendremos la oportunidad de pronunciarnos en los foros que sean adecuados a propósito de la política nacional. Muchas gracias.
Muy bien. Muy bien.
Good morning. So after a discussion yesterday on the consumer policy, today we'll engage a conversation on the open strategic autonomy. It's very important not only for defense and security, but also for the industry. It was very clear during the pandemic with the production of vaccines. It's very clear since the beginning of the Russian aggression against Ukraine with the ammunition and the production of ammunition. But now we need to think about the more secure supply chains for all the industry and for new developments in Europe in the single market for food, for energy, for many kind of infrastructures. And so it's very important to engage with the member states about the so-called open strategic autonomy. I'm hoping that we'll define the next steps in such an evolution to more autonomy for the European Union. Thank you. Moi, une note, je peux si vous voulez.
Sur la proposition de STEP de la Commission d'ajouter 10 milliards d'euros, plus des autres milliards dans le budget. On entend beaucoup d'États membres qui sont plutôt réticents sur le fait d'avoir du budget supplémentaire. Quel sera votre message au ministre?
On a en fait deux grandes priorités dans toutes les discussions budgétaires que l'on mène maintenant. Bien sûr, continuer le soutien à l'Ukraine. Ça, c'est le premier volet important de tout le débat budgétaire. Je pense que là, il n'y a pas de doute, les États membres sont désireux aussi qu'on continue ce soutien. Mais nous avons beaucoup utilisé le budget normal de l'Union européenne pour faire cela. Alors si on veut développer aussi une vraie politique de compétitivité, de stratégie d'autonomie stratégique, comme on vient d'en discuter, je crois qu'il faut aussi aller vers des moyens supplémentaires sur ce volet. Donc c'est cette façon de présenter les choses que l'on va évoquer, à la fois le soutien à l'Ukraine d'un côté, la compétitivité avec cette autonomie stratégique. Alors j'espère qu'on arrivera à convaincre qu'il y a effectivement des efforts budgétaires à faire pour atteindre ces objectifs. Mais on peut mieux redéployer sans cesse, mais on vient déjà de redéployer énormément, je disais, pour dégager une trentaine de milliards dans l'ensemble des moyens d'aide à l'Ukraine. Vous savez qu'on doit encore soutenir l'Ukraine très fortement dans les mois à venir. Si on veut continuer à le faire et en même temps investir dans la compétitivité, il y a certainement des redéploiements, mais il y a aussi un vrai besoin de moyens supplémentaires. Je vous en prie.
Good morning. Okay. Good morning. For Hungary, it's very essential to keep the borders open for foreign trades and investments. We see in the last weeks and months that everybody is looking for the Chinese relationship, decoupling, de-risking, and the new word, which is a lighter version, economic security, still can be very harmful for the future, so should be take care with cautious. Any sanction can be interfere with the competition and can weaken the European economy. So look at the current happening. The new Chinese export ban on gallium and germanium, which is painful for chip makers and vehicle industry. It's very dangerous. You know, action, reaction. So this means that it could be stopped in the future. Look at the purchasing manager index of July for Eurozone, Germany and French. Manufacturing sector doing very weak. And if you see the future, of course, double transition, digital and green transition is very, very important. But if you see the basic unit of the economy, Electromobility is very important. The future of the family is one electric car with electric charger and solar panel on the houses, and you can charge your car at home. But you look at how the manufacturing is behind is look like. German manufacturing is good in the vehicle industry. Chinese manufacturing is good in solar panel. So the question is that this could be interlinked. So you can raise the question, we want to be a faster and cheaper transaction to the green economy or slower and more expensive one. Of course, we vote the first option. Thank you.
Hello and good morning. And first I would like to say thank you to the Spanish presidency. The agenda for the meeting is very interesting and I look forward to having good discussions through the day. Norway and EU, we are the closest of allies and we are part of the internal market and we are committed to further strengthen the internal market. Norway and EU have also recently established a green alliance to deepen our cooperation within energy and industrial transformation. And we're also finalizing an industrial partnership. And in our newly presented mineral strategy, we are focusing on building strategic and resilient value chains together with European allies. So teaming up is key to tackle challenges and partnering with like-minded is a focus for Norway. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning from beautiful Bilbao. I have the great chance to have the possibility to take part in this informal compact council. I appreciate that the Spanish presidency took as one of the priorities open strategic autonomy. Today we will be discussing really important topics for the whole Europe, for its resilience to the risks, for its development, for the development of our enterprises. I mean here the single market and the need to deepen it. And also the draft of the Net Zero Industry Act, which is really important, and we totally support the objective of it. So I hope for really fruitful discussion, because as you know, like the COVID pandemic and the war in Ukraine showed us and taught us a really valuable lesson, that we have to act together and we have to speak in one voice. What's not always really easy to do it, but it's necessary to move forward and to become more and more independent, for example, from the third countries. Thank you.
So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. After some time, I am glad to have the opportunity to greet you and to address you here on occasion of the Informal Competitiveness Council in the heart of the Basque Land in Bilbao. I am aware that the crucial political topic of these days here in Spain is the result of the Sunday's election, and I want to use the opportunity to congratulate those who succeeded in it. But back to today's agenda, we have few very important topics to discuss. The open economic autonomy, the economic security, and deepening the internal market. These are crucial points in order to strengthen the European competitiveness and to increase the future Europe's prosperity. An important topic in this context is to reduce the strategic dependency in the area of raw materials imports from third countries. This is a crucial task which can help substantially to strengthen the economic security in the whole Europe. In the same time, we have to support investments, research and development and innovation with trusted third countries. This is also a very important topic, and by removing obstacles and barriers, we have to help small and mid-sized enterprises and allow them to grow. So these are the most important topics which will accompany us not only today. Thank you for your attention and see you later. Yeah.
Economic security today. What do you think about the idea of screening outbound investments? The idea that the Commission proposed. Do you think that's a reasonable proposal?
It has a certain reason, and we have to do in the way that we will not impose additional barriers. So, you know, we should be careful in balancing basically the benefits, because of course the economic security in the changing world is a very important topic. On the other side, we have to do it without not necessary administrative barriers, and we have to be fast. Thank you.
Goedemorgen, ik ben vereerd om hier vandaag als vertegenwoordiger van België te gast te mogen zijn in Bilbao, waarbij de Spaanse collega's ons hebben samengebracht, alle ministers van industrie vanuit Europa. En we gaan ons vandaag onder andere buigen over het belang van een heel sterke interne markt voor die competitiviteit van Europa. We buigen ons ook over het belang van het reduceren van onze strategische afhankelijkheden van derde landen als het aankomt op grondstoffen, producten, technologie. Die onafhankelijkheid is belangrijk voor de toekomst van onze economie, voor die interne markt en de competitiviteit van de Europese Unie. Ik zal ook een werksessie voorzitten waar we ons buigen over de impact van crisissen zoals de Oekraïne-crisis, zoals COVID en hoe we die kunnen managen en wat de impact kan zijn bijvoorbeeld van staatssteun op dat vlak. Ik wil de Spaanse collega's ook van harte bedanken voor deze informele ontmoeting met de collega's en ik kijk uit naar het voorzitterschap in 2024 waarbij ik hen heel graag zal verwelkomen in Genk.
In one very famous book it was written that sometimes you have to run very fast to stay in the same position, or you have to run twice as fast to get somewhere. And I think this is something what we will be discussing today about the European Union, about our competitiveness, about the global challenges that we have, about the competition, and how we should respond to the issues that we face, both fundamental from the war to competition in economics, and how fast European Union can actually run in this current global environment. Thank you.
Good morning. It is a very inspiring moment to be in Bilbao today, which is a city that has reinvented itself around culture and is known for the Bilbao effect. And I think this is a strong message also for the European Union to reflect on its future of a more resilient industry, an industry that is built around circular economy, more mindful about our resources, and building an inclusive economy for the future. I think this is what we are going to talk about today, and I think there is no better place to do that than Bilbao. I think also that in doing that we need to be mindful of building and perfecting a single market, the European single market, which is our biggest asset in this, because autonomy, of course, starts at home. Thank you very much. The Net Zero Industrial Act is something that I approve. Also Luxembourg is favoring and in favor of the Net Zero Industrial Act. But of course, the nuclear aspect of it is, from our perspective, one of the problems of the Net Zero Industrial Act. We still think that nuclear energy is not a sustainable source of energy and should not be in the scope of the NZIA. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Happy to be in Bilbao. My name is Helen Budliger. I represent Switzerland. I'm the State Secretary for Economy. Switzerland is a landlocked country without much natural resources. So for us, being competitive and innovative is absolutely key. So we really want to thank the Spanish presidency for inviting us to this interesting meeting, and we'll be interested to hear latest development in the European Union. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good morning. Europe needs a new approach for industrial policy. Our industries all over Europe are under strong competitive pressures. Therefore, what we need is a new series of transformative supply-side policies in order to improve the conditions for the green and digital transformation in Europe. Therefore, the Green Deal has to be concluded and taken to a new step. So the main priority for the Spanish presidency, from our point of view, is to conclude all the useful proposals which have been made by the Commission including the Net Zero Industry Act, the Critical Raw Materials Act, and also the energy market design, only to name a few. So the Green Deal is not only a climate policy, it is also a tool for industrial competitiveness. At the same time, we have consulted mainly with industry, but also with the wider public and civil society and academia about bureaucratic factors which hinder the green transformation. And we received a whole list of policies from the European level where we can cut red tape, avoid contradictions between different pieces of European law. So the Green Deal and also the efforts for the digital economy are more needed than ever, also in order to make Europe more competitive. But we have to do it in a way that's actually supporting industry rather than stopping and hindering their investment, and Germany will put forward respective proposals. Well, obviously, European funding is only a part of the answer. So Europe was never good at sharing money. Europe was much better in setting regulatory frameworks. And most of the public money is not on the European level, it's on the national level. So what we need to do is to combine different measures on national and European level, which help industry in the transformation process, while at the same time avoiding excessive negative effects on our common market, which is our greatest asset. But there's no contradiction between a better regulation of state aid, European measures like STEP, and the common market. But these different elements have to be reconciled in an intelligent way, and this compromise is possible.
And on the scope, do you think that the STEP should support biotech?
Well, I think that first of all, this is open to discussion. The German government is still searching its detailed position on STEP. However, there is a logical link between the Net Zero Industry Act and what we do with STEP. So we are defining strategic areas of support that should be then linked to the different funding measures. However, there is therefore a contradiction of opening to everything, but some strategic openings may be useful.
Do you feel that the question of nuclear
Well, this is an open point of debate, and there's of course a tension. If the Net Zero Industry Act is basically defining funding priorities also for European money, then it's not logical to include technologies which are only supported by a part of the member states. European funding is for what we do together. And nuclear is something which we don't do together, but which is a choice of some member states. Therefore, Germany believes that the Net Zero Industry Act should not define the respective nuclear energy as a supportive area, while all the other technologies mentioned there deserve common support and are not divisive. That is where we stand on that debate.